CBS News reporter Jane Ferguson joins us now from London. Jane, why did Charlie's parents decide to pull that request to send him to the United States at this point?
Stephanie, his parents had hoped that he would be able to go to the United States for this treatment because they thought that it might just be able to help them. But today in court, they said that they had now heard from the doctor who had thought he could provide this treatment, the doctor from New York, and he had now seen the results of an MRI scan of baby Charlie that was taken last week, and he had found the results to be just too bad for him to think that he could help. They were much too discouraging medically. So because of that, they felt that they would no longer continue with this appeal. But as we heard in that statement that his father made on the steps of the High Court, they did stress that they felt if he had moved earlier, if he'd been given this treatment much earlier in this process, in his 11 months here, that he could have been saved.
What did the doctors say about that?
The doctors disagree entirely. The doctors here in London that have been treating Charlie say that the damage that has been done to his brain and the muscle atrophy that he has experienced are irreversible and that they never would have been reversible. They stress that there is no cure for this disease that Charlie has been suffering from, and that even if that medical treatment, that specialist treatment in New York had worked, which they didn't believe it would have simply prolonged his suffering.
The parents, they received support from all over the world, including from the Pope, from President Trump. What has been the reaction locally in London to this news?
Initially, I think there will be surprise here. The parents weren't expected to give up their fight. This was expected to be a two-day final hearing at the High Court, where the judge was hearing final arguments for and against the child being taken to New York. And he was expected to give his opinion on that, or his ruling on that, tomorrow. So they weren't expected to give up the day before the ruling. But I think overall, people are really just, there's really just an outpouring of sympathy for the parents here. There was never any good options in this, and everybody on either side of the argument and in court expressed a huge amount of sympathy for what the parents are going through.
Jane Ferguson, thank you.